We have a mini project. We have a mini project in this course 6. Creating banking application IDBC Bank with MySQL and JDBC API. And I'm sure on seeing the word as this project is not new to us. So where did we come across with this IDBC Bank project?
Oops, encapsulation of.
In OOPS, where we came across on a class, parent class, 2 child classes, account, pay account, but this time you need to store the data permanently in your MySQL. Problem statement, IDBC Bank mini project. I'm sure what is this project about in first paragraph. Banking services are also majorly online. We want to create an application to open a bank account. Just coming to the right point. So point number 1, we need to ensure whomsoever are going to create a bank account, they should be 18 years and above. There were 2 types of bank account. One is save account, the other one is pay account. Save account must have 12-digit auto-generated account number. Interest calculation will be there. Pay account will have 12-digit auto-generated account number, no interest calculation. So we need to perform creating an account, 2 types of account. Save account, pay account. Additionally, we need to perform operation withdraw, deposit, both check and cash, check balance, fund transfer. So you need to identify entities and attributes to design a table. So you need to create ER diagram. You need to identify all the entities, corresponding attributes, and if there is any relation between entities. Ensure that appropriate constraints are applied on the table design. Foreign key constraint, primary key constraint, not null constraint, check constraint. All the data for the bank operation, balance withdraw, balance check withdraw, everything should be from database. So this time nothing is via variable. Everything, if I entered my account number, the balance needs to be retrieved from database table, database table. When I transfer money, so it should have sender account number. It should have receiver account number. And if you enter the amount from sender's account, the amount needs to be deducted. In receiver's amount, the amount needs to be credited. And ensure that all are updated in your database table. In a table against balance cell, balance column, this has to be reflected. Very, very important. The task 4 is new to you. A problem statement is not new to you, but the tasks are new. Find out the ER diagram along with create a table and apply the constraint. Whatever the operation we are doing, everything from database. The last and important task is whatever the transaction is done by the customer, you need to maintain the log. What do you mean by log of transaction?
History of transaction.
Statement, account statement.
Correct. Let's say I have an account number and all details, account holder, account holder details, So which includes name, email ID, very important, balance. So let's say last 1 week, I have done a withdrawal. So I have done a cash deposit. So I have done a transfer. So you should maintain a separate table called as log table. In log table, there will not be any information about account holder except account number. So whatever the transaction you are making against this account number, you should have a column account number. What type of transaction? Withdrawal, deposit, transfer, followed with unique transaction ID. Is it possible?
Yes, ma'am.
Think about it. So when you are doing the task 4, you need to ensure there should be a transaction table with account number, and transaction ID should be unique, and transaction type, and what is the amount happening involving in the transaction, and the balance amount of customer. That is optional, I'm giving. And you need to do this project with your JDBC. So front end, you need to design an application. So ensure that you are doing a while loop. So in the while loop, there should be an infinite times it needs to execute it, and there should be an option of exit. So I'm sure the project idea is in front of you. Welcome to IDBC Bank. Existing user or new user. New user you will provide all the detail, and the data will be inserted in a database, and along with that you need to generate an account number. If it is existing user, you will be providing your account number alone. Then it needs to continue with the operation. And there were 2 types of account, don't forget. One customer can have 2 accounts, both save account and pay account. Think about it. You need to do all the operation with respective to front end Java. So I want entity, when you are presenting your project, I want entity relationship diagram, class diagram. I want you to do with Prjoect classes. And there should be menus, 2 menus. One is beginning and the other one is inner menu. When the user has entered, he is an existing customer or a new customer, whomsoever is entering into the bank application, he should get those menus. And whatever the transaction you are doing, every time the data needs to be retrieved from database. Insert query, update query, select query needs to be handled properly. Try to reduce the number of lines of code by using functions, and ensure that common code will be placed in one common function so that you can call that instead of having the executable code. Think about it. And start with the project. Anywhere you got struck, you need an idea input, you can connect to us anytime by today, tomorrow. So Monday also I'm going to give you time for work. Whatever the correction you can make it on Monday. Whomsoever is completed, you can do your presentation on Monday evening. But the actual project presentation will be there on Tuesday. Tuesday you need to submit the project. This time no excuses. All of you needs to submit your project on Tuesday. Those who have completed the project, you present it on Monday. Even if you want, you can take a break on Tuesday. If you have completed all your sprints and this mini project, you can take a break. And then we can start with our capstone project. Anywhere you got struck with the idea, inputs required, you can connect to us. So 2 more things I want to discuss, and few of you said you will be presenting your course 5 project on tomorrow. So we will be available between 11 to 1, same time link will be shared. Mandatory, you need to complete your course 5 presentation on tomorrow. And the third thing is your recap. Some people feel like you have missed certain topics and you want some the topic inputs. So you thought like no SQL subquery you want to revise, or collection any topic, or Java 8 topic you missed. You thought you need some inputs on the topic. We will have it on tomorrow. So 3 things I want to discuss. Please start with this IDBC mini project, and those who have not presented, present your course 5 project on tomorrow. Then you can start with your mini project, and any recap is required on any topic, please let me know. Let me know the recap topic so that based on our availability tomorrow afternoon, we can have that.
Ma'am, I have a question.
Hmm.
Ma'am, one customer can have more than one account, you said, like one savings account, one pay account.
Hmm.
Can the customer have more than one savings account? Like 2 savings account?
Think
one pay
about
account?
it. Yeah, think about it. Being a customer of any bank, I will be having one account. So you restrict to that via any other primary key option like email ID, mobile number. If the same user email ID is provided for account creation, you throw an error stating that this email ID already mapped for this particular account in our bank.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
I think this is logical because how many one mobile number is reserved for one account, one type of account in a bank. It may get confused, no?
Yes, yes. Logical is that is
Logical thing, yeah, logical conflict will happen.
okay, ma'am.
So when the user is trying to create an account, you ensure that the email ID is checked with the existing email ID.
Or any other data is primary key, not necessarily the email ID. Like,
Either email ID or mobile number, because the user will provide only these things.
okay, yes.
You decide either mobile number or email ID. If the new user email ID exists in the table, then you tell them the same email ID has been registered in our bank. So go ahead, proceed with any other alternate email ID.
Okay, ma'am.
Or you feel like any number of accounts can have one customer, then okay. You need to give a justification at your project presentation.
Sure, ma'am.
First of all, guys, think about tables, ER diagram. I received some ER diagrams from morning. Just remind me, I will review it and I'll give you the confirmation. So others from Adesh to Kuddus, you sent to Hasib sir for confirming the ER diagram of the project. So the first set of people, Adesh, Abdul, Abhilash, Anurag. Till Kuddus, you sent to Asif sir within another 1 hour. Madhu, Mainak, Nikhil, Prashant, Praveen, Rusikesh, Prashant. Remaining all are you can send to Saurav sir. Whoever I received, I will give you the sign off.